Let us imagine that it is a beautiful summer day and that you're walking along the banks of a lovely little stream. Maybe you're headed for the old swimming hole, or maybe you're just out gathering flowers to bind them into a bright yellow garland that you can wear in your hair. Anyway, your heart is happy and free. It sings in tune with the gay chirping of the birds as you skip along, humming a happy song you learned in school last spring. That's easy to imagine, isn't it? Well, of course it is. But now listen carefully. Do you hear that? It's a baby, and it's crying. Yes, a baby, all alone, hidden in some bushes by the river bank. What's it doing there? Oh, well, never mind. We were just pretending anyway. I don't think it would happen to you. But the Bible tells us that it did happen. It happened to a beautiful princess, the daughter of King Pharaoh, in the land of Egypt. There was a time in the long story of the world when the children of Israel were the only people who believed in God. They lived in the land of Egypt and were subjects of a mean and cruel king called Pharaoh. He made slaves out of the Israelites, and he made them work very long hours building his castles and palaces. But the children of Israel did not complain, because they knew that someday God would see their suffering and set them free. But King Pharaoh was afraid that these slaves of his might grow into a powerful nation and turn against him. So, one day, he called together his counselors, and he issued this cruel order. I, Pharaoh, king of Egypt, charge you this day to carry out this order. Every girl baby in the families of the Israelites you shall let live, but every baby boy you shall kill and cast into the river. Pharaoh has spoken. Obey. So the counselors went out to carry out the order of their king. Now there were among the Israelites a poor man and his wife who had one daughter, and just about this time God gave them a baby boy. At first they were very happy because they'd always wanted a son, and this was such a pretty baby. Yes, he was just about the sweetest boy baby any mother ever had. But if he's a boy, remember what King Pharaoh, king of Egypt, had said? Every girl baby in the families of the Israelites you shall let live, but every baby boy you shall kill and cast into the river. And this was a boy baby. But the child's mother would not let the Egyptians kill her baby. Rather than see her son die, she decided that she would let some other woman have him, so she worked out a plan. Very early next morning, she and her young daughter put the little baby boy in a basket, which they placed among the bulrushes by the river. Then the mother went home, but her daughter hid in a thicket nearby so that she could see what would happen. She didn't have to wait long. For no sooner had the sun come up over the hills than she could hear the laughing, happy voices of the princess and her handmaidens coming to the river to bathe. They came so close to the bush where she was hiding that she could hear every word they said. Suddenly, the princess and her maidens heard the baby crying, and naturally they went to investigate. And they found it in the little basket, hidden among the bulrushes. Oh, the poor baby darling, thought the princess, and she picked it up and she held it close. The princess, being good and warm-hearted, decided to take the little baby back to the palace. Her maidens warned her that it was an Israelite baby and a boy. They reminded her of her father, King Pharaoh, and his order. But the princess answered them, "It's a baby, isn't it? What difference whether it's Israelite or Egyptian? It needs a mother." And do you know what the princess called the baby? Moses. That means drawn out in Egyptian. She called him Moses because she drew him out of the water. When the sister of the little baby boy saw how kind the princess was, she ran home to tell her mother what had happened. And the whole family were very happy that their baby had been saved and adopted by Pharaoh's daughter. But what they could not know was that the day was to come when Moses, who was brought up in the palace of the Pharaoh, would return to his own people and set the children of Israel free from their cruel Egyptian masters.